Welcome. I'm Dirk. I'm the chairman of the Illinois Corn Marketing Board for 2020-21. Didn't anticipate coming in that I would be a virtual president, but that's the way things are working these days. So we've had to learn to operate a totally different way than we were used to doing, and it's been an adjustment, but I think we're figuring out how to make this work. I'm from Philo in Champaign County, and farm with my son there. And so with that, we can get started with our presentation this morning. Okay. We appreciate working with the Illinois Corn Growers Association. This is the main purpose for the Illinois Corn Marketing Board, and really the work that they do is what makes us work as a board. So our work with them is really built on relationships with members, with partners, and with elected officials. I'd like to congratulate them on some really big successes in 2020, even though relationships became a tough thing to navigate this year. We saw in Bill's report that they had to relearn how to do business virtually, and that's something we all struggle with. Thank you, Illinois Corn Growers, for continuing to invest in connections with membership and elected officials during a tough year. I'm grateful for our partnership. For 2020, we adopted a new mission statement with the Illinois Corn Marketing Board. Our new mission statement is, through strategic investment of Illinois corn checkoff dollars, grow demand, create new markets, and foster understanding of corn farmers and the corn industry. Using this as our target, we've created some key accomplishments for the year. Posters have gone out to elevators all over the state, and we are still being delivered. These are Illinois Corn Marketing Board's accomplishments for 2020. Number one, we've increased feed use for corn through exported beef and pork. That contributed 46 cents of added value to every bushel of corn in 2019. One of the things we recognize is our biggest customer is livestock, and that's our most valuable relationships. And when we sell beef, pork, chicken, we understand that we're selling corn. So funding to the U.S. Meat Export Federation totaled $325,000, with an additional $600,000 in committed support over 3 years. When everything else in our world was shut down, we saw export potential remain with signals for growth, so we tried to jump on that opportunity. We very much appreciate a great working relationship with the U.S. Meat Export Federation and USAPEEP on meat and poultry exports. Our investment in the U.S. Grain Council helped secure the largest U.S. corn sale to China ever, 146.33 million bushels. In fact, China catapulted to the #2 market right now, just behind Mexico, moving Canada out of the top 5 for corn sales. Canada remains #2 for ethanol sales. Exports of corn out of Illinois is still the market opportunity for almost half of our corn, so the Illinois Corn Marketing Board watches these markets closely and makes investments accordingly. Our outreach to Illinois farm families has continued to grow with more than 1.5 million impressions on social media. Lots of great opportunities to connect with non-farmers here, and I think we've all seen some of the docu-series videos featuring us. Don Duvall on pollinators, Jeff Jarbo on carbon, Alexis Hartman on bioplastics, and this month, Sarah Hastings on weather. These videos are well done and represent Illinois corn farmers well. The public agrees and the numbers speak for themselves. We also pulled off our first Super Bowl buy in 2020, which feels like 10 years ago instead of just one, and a new and innovative gas station TV promotion on ethanol. We continue to work to build trust of farmers and farming practices, which I believe will become more and more important for the next 4 years and years to come for sure. This spring, in response to the outbreak of COVID-19, right before farmers were ready to head to the field, we partnered with the Illinois Soybean Association to distribute cases of hand sanitizer to the ag retailers that are a crucial link for farmers to get the crop in the ground. Hand sanitizer was also distributed to rural health centers, law enforcement agencies, food banks, and many other organizations in rural areas that people count on day to day. Ethanol plants were suffering because travel was halted. We purchased some ethanol, turned into sanitizer, and distributed it all over the state. I'm proud of this program that is both humanitarian and boosts corn demand, and you should be proud too. After years of efforts to show the value of the inland waterway system to Illinois and the United States, construction on one new upgraded lock and dam will be made possible by the fiscal year 21 budget. Great year for locks and dams. Very happy to see the major maintenance on the Illinois River completed mostly on time, just a month late. Here's where the partnership with the Illinois Corn Growers Association really kicks in. They have done phenomenal things to get us ready to build a new lock and dam in fiscal year 21, and we fueled that success with research and education. We've almost crossed the finish line on an issue that remains among the top 3 year after year with the Illinois corn farmers. The Precision Conservation Management Program helped farmers implement 98,000 acres of conservation practices in 2020 using NRCS and CSP funding, totaling about $6 million to farmers over 5 years. Bill said it, but I'll say it again. PCM has had a great year. They're doing innovative work and people are noticing. We see expansion into 3 new regions coming this year, as well as a big partnership with the Illinois Soybean Association that will make both ISA and Illinois corn part owners in this work. This sustainability work is going to be so important, working with the new administration for the next 4 years, and we'll be able to have data and numbers to show our commitment. This is a huge win for Illinois corn farmers. I want to take this time to thank all the current Illinois Corn Marketing Board directors for their leadership, friendship, dedication to Illinois corn farmers, and especially to recognize all the huge time commitment that this position entails. At this time, I'm going to go through the names of the board of directors. Pat Dumoulin, Sean Rosensteel, Rob Elliott, Mark Wilson, Paul Jeske, Jim Reed, Mike Wernest, Dan Cole, Tim Thompson, Tim Lenz, Roger Sy, Matt Raven, Dale Hodridge, Jeff Skates, and myself. Just a couple other closing comments. In the last year, recognizing that Illinois farmers have been struggling to turn a profit in recent years, the Illinois Corn Marketing Board and our staff made the decision to make an increased investment in organizations we fund that focus on exporting corn, whether directly or through meat sales. The U.S. Grains Council, the U.S. Meat Export Federation, and USAPEC were able to use this funding to leverage even more funds available to them to increase their efforts. While we are not about to say that our efforts are the sole reason for the increase in export activity that has led to the higher prices we are seeing today, we do feel that it shows that the Illinois Corn Marketing Board has a good feel for how to invest your checkoff dollars to make your investment in the corn checkoff the best return on investment you're likely going to find at the moment. Also want to point out some successes achieved by past chairman of the Illinois Corn Marketing Board. Kenny Hartman was reelected to the board of directors of the National Corn Growers Association. Jim Raven became the chairman of the U.S. Grains Council, and Don Duvall was elected to the board of directors of that organization. We thank these former board members for continuing their commitment to Illinois farmers by serving as leaders in these very important organizations. I also need to thank our staff for guiding us through the last few months, which have been anything but business as usual. At the start of 2020, I had no idea what a Zoom meeting was. Now I have been part of dozens of them. Our staff has taken the time and shown the patience to get people who aren't always the most savvy when it comes to computer technology up to speed, at least enough so that we've been able to continue to conduct business when social distancing was necessary. It is possible we've even discovered ways to make the distance between us less, and ways to be more efficient when it comes to the many shorter meetings that tie our full board meetings together. For a generation that thought the planner monitor was surely the greatest technology that could ever be invented, the world we live in can be a bit daunting at times, but our staff has figured out ways to simplify and make things user-friendly enough to keep us going, and I thank them for it.